Hey guys, this is Prokopis from EffectiveMusicPractice.com, and today I'm going to show you a very rich diagonal system that you can use to play the Aeolian mode. This is a very cool way to map the fretboard for Aeolian, and you can learn it in no time. By the way, this is an excerpt from my premium course SFS Modes 2 Horizontal Connections, where we go deep into connecting adjacent fingerings and soloing freely and creatively over the whole fretboard. If you want to know more about SFS or the string fragment system, after you finish with this lesson, you should be able to find a link below to get the free crash course. But let's get to our lesson. Okay, so now you have practiced two possible horizontal connections separately. But what if we combine the two and use them at the same time? Let me show you what I mean. Using just the two connections, there are actually 4 string fragments involved. These form a string fragment system that looks like this. As you can see, when you cycle this system, you will be moving up the fretboard when ascending and down the fretboard when descending. So by nature, this is a diagonal system, but there are 2 different routes you can use to go through each repetition of the system, and each one is convenient for different kinds of phrases and ideas. Let's see it in action. I'll do it in Aeolian for now, but later I'll demonstrate using other modes as well. I will start on the A on string 6 and stack SF1 and SF2 plus the corresponding string fragments they connect to. SF1, SF2, SF4, SF5. After SF5 I can continue cycling the system, and this gives me SF1 and SF2 again. But these again connect to SF4 and SF5, and then I can shift and start with SF1 and SF2 and then SF4 and SF5 again. What we end up with is a very substantial fingering that covers a lot of real estate, but it's just made out of our 2 horizontal connections. And we also have multiple options for the same notes, which gives us more possibilities for creative improvisation. As we said before, there are 2 possible routes through each system. For example, you can go through the scale like this. Or you can go this way. Each different way you can play the same scale brings out different kinds of ideas. That's why guitar players strive to play in all positions or play horizontally or use different fingering systems like hybrid or 3 notes per system. Every different way and every different fretboard area is convenient for different things and different musical ideas. I'll give you a quick example. Let's say I want this sound. I did this on SF4. If I only knew to access those same notes on SF1 and SF2, I wouldn't be able to get that pull-off sound. I would have to cross strings, which is very inconvenient for such a line. Plus it sounds very different. There are countless of examples like this, so the more options you learn, the richer your soloing language will become. It's obvious that because of the multiple note options, when you play a straight scale, you will leave something behind. The same will happen when you play a pattern, unless you move it around in more complex ways. But that's okay, we're not learning this in order to play scales and patterns or play exercises. The real power of this system comes when you improvise. So practice step 1 for this lesson is to put an Aeolian backing track and improvise using this double connection system. Feel free to experiment and move through different combinations of the available notes. Allow your mind to visualize and begin to grasp the complete system. Gradually, the string fragment numbers will become unconscious. The mental processing will move to the background and you will be able to just deal with the creative aspect of your playing. And if you're getting